The wearables market is exploding with a forecast of shipments 22 million in 2014. It's going to grow to 135 million by 2018. I'm Carolyn Coe with SAP, and I've got some experts to talk about how we're going to take wearables to work. Juergen from Swisscom, Thomas from Metaio, and Josh from SAP, welcome. Thank you for sitting down with me today. Juergen, let's start with you. Swisscom, I know your role is head of Augmented Reality Integration. Explain this to me, and how are you taking wearables to work?
So we are just shifting the business process from our enterprise customers in Switzerland to adopt wearables. So the first step is we check how digital is their business, because before you can get mobile, you have to be digital. And then when we have a digital and a mobile business, we can say, okay, now inside your business process, we will detect some parts where the usage of a wearable makes sense, and we make for this little slot, we just make an application. Sometimes augmented, sometimes classical mobile app, which is transferring informations on the glass. We got the video conferencing solution, for example, to put on the Google Glass, where you can get some support from experts outside the customer. So yeah, it's really you need a business case. And then the enterprise will say, yeah, okay, let's do it.
Yeah, so in terms of discovering business cases, Josh, I know you do a lot of work in the SAP Mobile Innovation Center. Talk to me about some of the discovery sessions and how you really find that business value.
So we do a lot of discovery sessions and design thinking sessions with customers and even groups of customers. And finding the business value, the business drivers, comes relatively quickly, because we look at why wearables would be used. Is it improved safety? Is it can you do your job better, faster, safer? And the business value drivers come quickly. The harder, or the points that we spend more time on are around how do you design the actual experience, and what elements do you need to bring to bear with the current state of wearable technologies and wearable hardware. So we have a lot of luck working with partners like Metaio to bring together, this is the business process as a solution, together with elements like computer vision to help these design these use cases that help employees do their jobs better, faster, safer.
Yeah, and it's interesting because we talk about mobile, like to Juergen's point, mobile provides context, right, for this data, these business processes. So there's a lot of debate between how do I get that context, how do I experience? I know with Metaio, with your solutions, that's what you're doing, right, Thomas?
Yeah, exactly. So what we are doing, we're using computer vision and augmented reality to superimpose the information from the data systems directly into the field of use of the user. So essentially you can see scenarios where you're holding up your mobile device to, let's say, a machine or a piece of machinery, and the system is automatically recognizing the machine and is then superimposing this information. So we are even taking the developments one step further with SAP and essentially take all this data which is available to, let's say, a field service technician and superimpose it directly into this field.
So let's stay on that topic of a field service technician, because this is one of the areas that we're focused on most. So together, using SAP software with Metaio, we can use computer vision to confirm that the service technician is looking at the part that he in fact is looking at, or is the wrong part. He needs to move on to another service order. And when you're out in the field performing the work, if you need to call a remote expert, we work with partnerships at Swisscom to implement streaming peer-to-peer video, so you can call a remote expert and you get assistance. And using these technologies, you can prevent broken service calls, which is what the number one thing that can go wrong in the service.
Yeah. Well, and you get down, like, we can do all these amazing things, right? I can wear something on my face, I can put something on my wrist, I can see 3D imaging, but what's the business value? How did you sell this to your business?
We can just make a TCO, and we
TCO, hold on, what's TCO mean?
Total cost of ownership.
Excellent, thank you.
Investment is the enterprise area, so there are these some kind of old-fashioned business case Excel sheets.
Excel, okay. I can even understand Excel.
And I think it's just like every other enterprise software product. It must make sense. It must make processes smarter, safer. It depends on the industry which you're in. For example, we have a service called Augmented Reality Service, And for a lot of retailers, for example, it's getting really interesting because they have not really a cool interaction with their customers. We are just taking some packaging and you see this boring information, and there is a lot of potential to enrich this information in another way, augmented or with wearables and all the things.
And from an augmented reality provider perspective, it's certainly clear that the technology was pretty much confined in the gimmicky space for many, many years, and we're actually quite happy to work together with partners to bring augmented reality to ROI-driven applications where you basically immediately see a benefit. And if you ask me, especially the wearable space, the augmented reality space, things like Google Glass, will all be decided upon in the professional B2B space.
Aha, so is that a prediction? Will enterprise determine the adoption of wearables?
That's obviously me speaking from a provider perspective, but I think yes. If you think about it, for people to actually use these devices, these technologies, it's very important that they see an immediate benefit, and that's certainly the case in the B2B.
And I think Google Glass is just the first step inside the consumer market. I think in 2 or 3 years, the devices will get the maturity to be in a real business case for your daily life. Because last year, I think 20% of all the guys here on this event are just wearing a Google Glass. This year, nobody wears a Google Glass, because last year it was really cool just to have it. Yeah? And then you see, okay, I can make some pictures, I can read my emails, okay, I have a smartphone, Google Glass. So the daily life case was not there, I think. And I think in 2 years we have really professional devices for business processes.
And I think, so last question, I know, Josh, when you work with your customers, we talk about business processes. In terms of wearables, it's not the same screen, right? It's not the same screen as a mobile device or a phone. So what's your advice then to customers as they think about working with partners and end users when they're considering taking wearables to work?
Yeah, we've really tried to design the solutions totally refocused, and really, in a sense, the best experience is no experience. So we want to try to do everything we can without alerting the user. So field service technician, computer vision, object recognition would only alert if something's wrong. Otherwise, just let them continue to do it.
Right. Yeah, because at the end of the day, we're all humans, right?
Yep.
Yeah, well, thanks guys for giving me some context, and I guess it's now time to take our wearables to work, and we'll see where we're headed in 2016. For Mobile World Congress 2015, I'm Carolyn Code from SAP. Thank you.